Hey, everybody. Welcome to That's Brilliant with PC. I'm your Chief Brilliant Officer. So, tonight I'm just going to do another live work or watch me work or work with me session. I'm making journal covers using Canva, and they're AI generated designs that I'm going to use with them. So I'm just going to keep it brief. I'm not sure how long I'll be on here, but hopefully you will be inspired. Hopefully you'll learn something in the process. And welcome to all new viewers of my channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy your time here. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. I think I'm going to do this here. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. I think I have things together, except that I don't know which screen I'm showing. Okay, yes, I do. So here are some that I have been playing around with. Well, it's pretty much the same character, if you would, or image, but I really, really love this design. I think it's so classy and clean, simple for a journal cover, a notebook cover. And I'm not sure if you know, but in Canva, I just use this for like kind of like mock up, if you would. So like for my YouTube channel, I'll put this exact picture for the kind of like my banner, if you would, for it. But anyway, you can print your designs through Canva. Now, this particular notebook or journal, whatever you want to call it, is $23.45 and some change, I guess, for taxes and all that good stuff. But I mean, this is a small version, and then they have like the 8.5 by 11 large version or what have you. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool, especially if you're just wanting to have your own work. I mean, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna have to try it because to see their quality and see how long it takes them to ship it. I think it's good for, if you're actually selling like these type of notebooks or whatnot, to have some kind of actual physical product, if you would, and just to kind of see, like I said, the quality. But it might be a little pricey for production cost or whatever, because you definitely want to keep those low. I do have some some companies that you could consider, I guess, for like your spiral bound notebooks or what have you. But anyway, that's not my topic. I was just kind of letting you know that you can print your notebooks here and stuff, which I think is cool. So anyway, I am going to kind of follow the same, what I do when I create designs or what have you. If I'm like on a designer spree, if you would, I kind of just use the same template and I just kind of work within that. I'll just keep creating a new page because I know that's the size that I want to work with, or some of the text or font or what have you, font styles or whatever I reuse. But like for this particular cover, which is something you can consider, like covers don't always have to be like have images or whatnot. You can do fun text, you can do patterns. I'm really, really into like really cool patterns. Either real kind of, I call it like a real classy or luxe style. And then I also like real fun, like bright colors. I'm attracted to bright colors. So anyway, that's me. And just design it at your heart's content. So, but anyway, what I was really saying is that I had already created this design. And so I just re-uploaded the image. Re-uploaded the image. So it's not an editable design, but I mean, you could add some stuff, which I did on one of them, but that's just an idea. So anyway, enough of rambling. I'm going to go ahead and add a page. I'll go ahead and move it to the top. And I just created 3 new girls, if you would, 3 new images that I really, really like. And I have a lot to work with, several. So we'll see where we'll go with this. So I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna grab these girls right here. They are cute. So anyway, well, I think they're cute. So I guess basically with designs for me, I am inspired by, maybe the image itself. And, like this, for instance, like this girl has on a green top and then she has like fuchsia nails. So I might work with putting some type of fuchsia background, if you would, to make it pop, and then use some really, really fun words. Sometimes I'll go out and look at different book covers on, online, just putting book covers and just seeing different designs and stuff, and kind of trying to kind of recreate it with my own twist, if you would, not duplicating it, but recreating it. So I might say, oh, I like that font or what have you. So, which is pretty cool, which actually brings me to an idea. Speaking of fonts or styles, I was playing around with something earlier. If I can find it, let me see. Is it, let me see. It's this. And I really liked this font. So it's Blasta script. I'm sorry, I just had a hard time trying to figure out what that was saying or how to pronounce that. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to put it here for now. And I'm going to change the color. I'll do something like that. But actually, okay, so let's just say I want to try to get the color of this girl. Well, first of all, I'm going to drag this out here. And then I'm going to get rid of her background. So if you have Canva, not Plus, Canva Pro, then you get the background remover app for free or whatever. It's included in that, along with a lot of other apps. Really, if you don't have Canva, but you plan to do any kind of like digital designs or what have you, Canva is a great investment, and it's not much. I mean, it's like under $15 a month. It's well worth it, especially, like I said, if you're gonna use it. But you can use it, like the free version, but there are a lot of really cool features that you might want to consider. But that's for another topic. Let me just check something real quick. Give me a second here. I'm gonna do something here. Okay, so let's just say I want to use this same color for my this title here. So what I would do is go to the title itself and then click text color. And I could do something like that, which is one of my brand colors, but I want it to be kind of bright like that one. So like her nails. So what I'm going to do is go over to add a new color and hit the little picker right here. It's like a little ink pen or what have you. And then this kind of highlights over like an image for colors or what have you. So I'm going to just go ahead and click on that. And so then now it gives me over here in my color area, my palette, the actual color. So I can play around with that a little bit. I think I want mine a little brighter than what they're showing. So that's just a little tip. So the thing about this, like I said, these images are done. This image was done in like what do you call it? An AI tool. So Chat GPT-4 or what have you. And so it cuts off the head, and I really don't like that. Sometimes I can play around with it a little bit if I create like a block or something, but or I could pull her like her image all the way up to the top, so it won't look so bad or whatever. Not bad, but then it kind of makes it awkward because now you've used up all your space, and that just doesn't look right over her head. I don't want to cut off like her, you know, the actual, what am I trying to say? The actual image. So I'm going to have to play around with this, and I'm going to have to give this a new title. Now, sometimes, like if you are trying to figure out what type of, like, what can I name this book or whatever? So I'm just going to go over to Gemini and say, or either Chat GPT, and I'm going to say, please give me a title for a journal cover for classy women who like to journal. It's a luxe style journal. So just give some ideas. Let's see, elegant reflections. Okay, so let me hide this. So I'm not even sure if I'm sharing my Chat GPT screen. Let me do something real quick. So sorry about that. I don't even think you all can see what I'm doing. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I think I'm talking and you can't see what I'm doing. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I am on the wrong screen. Good thing I came back over here so I could share that right screen. Ugh. Here we go. Here, I'm going to just share my whole window. Window, yeah. Give me a second here to get things correct. Yes. I'm going to do the entire screen. Okay. There we go. So now you can see my behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe. Anyway, this is what I was working on. Let me back up. Thank you so much for watching. I am so sorry about that. Now you can see what I'm working with. So let me kind of just speed this up. So this image was created in Chat GPT, the paid version. Actually, I was able to do it for free, but you only get to create like 3 free images. So use it wisely per day, if you would. So anyway, I was able to create 3 images, which I've uploaded into Canva that I'm going to use to create like different journal covers. So with this, I removed her background. So when I imported her in, you can kind of see like there's a grayish background, if you would. And so I went up to BG remover, which is background remover, to just pull this off of, make it blend in. And so I'm kind of playing around with it. And what I think I was showing earlier was like, I just kind of, when I'm making journals and I'm just kind of doing a binge, if you would, of creating things, I just use the same, the same workspace, if you would. And then I continue to add like different pages because I might want to pull some fonts or an image or something over, a style over. So anyway, that's what I do. I just go ahead and hit add page, or I might duplicate the page and take some elements out and enter additional ones in. But one of the things that I did show, I pulled this particular It says chapter 2, but I pulled this from another file that I had in Canva because I like the script. So the font script is called Blasta script. And anyway, so because my journal, my inspirations for like book covers pretty much come from like, it could be the image itself, and I might just kind of play around with the background and do some contrasting element features, if you would, with the colors and stuff to just make it unique. I think one thing that I was saying earlier was like and I don't know why these generators like kind of cut off the top of an image, like the head a little bit. It cuts it off, and I could pull it in like that, but it just kind of takes away from the space I have to actually play around with the title or what have you without, what I'm saying. That's okay. I might be able to work with something like that, but I mean, you can play around with it to what you like or whatever. So anyway, that's not bad actually. I kind of like that. So it just depends on the title that I would use. And in fact, let me just do something real quick. I'm gonna just do print with Canva because I just want to see what that might look like. And I'm gonna put a black cover on this second one, or actually that. And this is another thing that I kind of like playing around with, is kind of a contrast of the back cover with what's on the front cover. So anyway, just to make it pop. And I had mentioned that you could actually print your designs. You can print your notebooks here from Canva. They cost about $23 for a small one, and looks like $28 for a large one. So if you're just in love with it, or you're actually kind of working on creating like a brand around it, and you want, well, first of all, let me back up. It's nothing like having your work, your designs, what am I trying to say, in your hand. So to actually have something, proof of work, proof of concept, is amazing. It's, you get it in the mail and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my work. So I would encourage you to just invest in yourself, and then you can actually showcase it to other people. So while I like this little kind of half, like it kind of cut off part of it, the only thing is I really would have to play around with seeing, ensuring that nothing else is cut off like this. Let me see. Yeah, see, that's the only thing. It kind of cuts it off. So I don't care for that. I might be able to improvise with putting some different elements so it takes away. So that's something I'm going to keep that particular page. We don't want to use the back of that. Hold on. Move that down. But I just kind of do that to just see how would that actually look. Now I could leave it like that because the white background isn't bad. I'm sorry. But I think I want to add some different elements to it. So let me see. I'm going to go here. Now I could probably get by with this leopard print because, let me see. So I'm going to position it and put that to the back. But this would have to be a little brighter, or bolder. So I might do a lift on that. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. So the only thing with that, unless I added like, a little block, if you would, which I've done. You could do a block. So you could have your little title there, so that would make that pop. But the only thing, like I would have to put her to the front. So you really, really have to play around with this to make it work right. But it's just some ideas. You just kind of play around with the designs to your liking. So I'm somehow going to have to put that block in the back of her. Let me see, position. There we go. So you can go to layers, and then here we go. This is what I was trying to do. So you could go, let me show you that again. So if you go to layers, because I wanted to position the image of this girl on top, but and then the block behind her hair, if you would. So I just dragged, it was like this earlier. So I just moved this down or moved her up, and then ensured that this that the font was at the top level so that it could be above the block, but the block is kind of technically behind her head, if you would. So anyway, I mean, that's kind of cute. And like I said, might put something down here to take away from that being cut off, because it just looks kind of funny. You might say, let's just say something like this. I don't know. I'm just gonna, and you just, design to your heart's content. So like, some kind of element. And then I could probably duplicate this. Let me see. To, kind of create some kind of, not pattern, but I have to position that back behind her head. So let me see. Okay, so we'll have to pull this one up as well. Uh-oh. Oh, I did that wrong. Nope, I need this in front of her and this one behind her. Now that's kind of weird. What am I doing? Okay, that's what I'm trying to do, I think. So I could say life or something. And just kind of expand it. You can just play around with it. It is very fancy font, or you can use somebody's name. So you could say Mia, I think. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see. But I mean, you can just kind of, like I said, play around with it. And the only reason why I added that little element was I might move this down, to be honest. Let's see if we can move that down. And then maybe do an effect for that. So I use the lift. Maybe it doesn't need an effect. And maybe I'll need to diminish that a little bit. Only thing is I really can't see what that is. Like I can't tell that it's very fancy. I like it. Maybe I'll say something like Lux. Lux. And maybe I will space this out just a little bit, the letters. Oh no, that's line spacing. Oh my goodness. Something. So it's not too close together. Okay, maybe that works. And so again, I'm just kind of randomly trying some things. I'll pull that out. And then I'm going to increase the size of this. Lux. What do I want to say? Lux thoughts? Lux. I don't know. Just making up a title here. Let's see. Add a text box. I'll just say Lux Design. So maybe you want to use this as a sketch journal or whatever. I'll change the font for that. Don't like that. I want something kind of that will blend, if you would. Since the first one, the top one is very fancy, I don't want anything really that kind of takes away from it. So let's see. Alice? Nope. And maybe I'll change this to the green. So again, what I'll do is go over here to the little palette button, if you would, and then go to um, the this little, oh gosh, pin, if you would. It's another word for that. And I'm gonna just hover over the green so I can get that color. And then we'll just do something like that. And so that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. So this is the image with her kind of half face, because again, because AI cut off the top of her head, I decided to just pull this out to just make it look like that was a part of the whole planner or what have you. And then it also cut off part of her shoulder. So I just found little elements, like I put a circle and then just kind of picked up the colors of her nails to kind of blend. I added like the cheetah print background or leopard print background, and just made like a little label here to just kind of make it pop. So that's one way of how I could do that. So I think that's kind of cute. And then I just played with the color on the back to make it pop. So you have that front and back contrast, if you would. Now, what I like to do on my back covers is just kind of create like, like like a little, what do you call it? Logo or something, a saying on the back. So I'll say Luxe Collection or something. I think I'll grab that same font as the first, but it's kind of, yeah, I guess I could do that. And I'll add just a little bit here, and then I think I'll add another element. So let's do this. And then I'm going to add that just to, you could put your logo or a quote or what have you on the back. And just, no, I don't want that big like that. And then you could take like an element like, you could actually use this background again, maybe. Oh, I have to change the, okay, that's too busy. Never mind. So usually what I do is I'll kind of take like a box, if you would. Let me put that to the back. Uh-oh. There we go. And that's too big. I don't want it too big. So I'm going to group these together like that. And then I'm going to kind of decrease that a little bit. And then I'm going to resize the box so it won't look so out of place here. But I have an idea. Like you said, you can just design it to your heart's content. However you see, you just kind of freestyle. So I'm going to move this up here, and I'm not sure if I like that green. Is that the same green as what's on the front? No. Here we go. Woo! Now that made a difference. I'm going to just do something like that. Kind of make like a little border, if you would. And then let's see. Now I'm going to group all that together so I can resize that. And maybe you don't want it in the center per se. Well, let's see. You can do something like that. And then you could probably put like a little quote or something. So I'm going to say, just to give it something on the back, you know. Uh-oh. That is, let me see. Turn that off. Nope. Hold on, that's, ooh. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I have my cap locks on. Sorry. Living the Lux Life. I think I'll take this off. I don't think I like that down there. Something like that. So it's not so plain Jane. So, and like I said, just use like the little up at the upper right hand top of the screen where it says print with Canva. You can select what you want to kind of just see how it would look. So I'm just using, because this is for a notebook or planner or journal, what have you, I just use the notebook option. And then I select, like, for the front cover, I'll select the particular page for the front cover and then select the back cover page. And then you kind of have, like I said, you have a mock-up to just see exactly how your work would look. So like me just eyeing this, I can see that I need to move this over a little bit. But as far as just aesthetics or whatever, I think that's like really, really cute. But that's one option. But and then I'm going to try another option with her like the whole image. So because it's really cute with her whole image. Let me try to pull this out here. But I'm gonna have to decrease this a little bit. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna just kind of change it around a little bit. So I think I'm gonna move her over here, or I could move her over here so that little cutoff area doesn't look as bad. Make sure I'm not cutting off her hands. Gotta kind of play around with it, because I want to make sure you get as much of her as possible. And so let's see. So I'm going to try a different background. Let's see. I might try something. I'm sorry. Something solid. So I'm going to hit that. And let me try the, I actually like that. So let me try the actual pink on, or fuchsia, or whatever this is, hot pink on pink. So maybe I'll do that. But see how, what I mean by it cuts off her head? I don't like that. There's a way to edit in ChatGPT or these AI tools where you can tell it to give it a prompt to make sure it doesn't cut off like features and stuff, because it just makes it hard. Because it's just such a beautiful image to me to have cut that off like that. But anyway, so I might do something like, let me see, kind of like this, to kind of like create a border, if you would. And I need to change that color. And then I'm going to do something else. I'm going to add some more elements. So I might say rhinestones. So I might use something like this. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I don't like it on the green. Okay, so maybe I'll do something like that. Might copy that and move that other down to the bottom. Maybe just cut it off a little bit So it can kind of have that border. Let's just see. I'm going to change, what page is this? I'm going to move this up. And then I'm going to use this. So I can kind of see. Okay. And then I'm going to add a title. Let's see. So what can we say? I'm not good with titles, so I'm just going to make something up here. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I want to say golden thoughts, but it's not gold. Gem. No. Gem. Oh my gosh. See, that's why I would use like Chat GPT or something. So I'm going to say I'm in Chat Gemini for Google, and I'm going to say something like, please give me some titles for a journal cover that has something to do with gems, luxe, classy, class or something. So let me just see. Gemstone. Oh, class act. Let's see. Lux life, lux less stress. A class act. Let me try that. I'll just try that. We're just playing around with it. So, okay, so that's very small. So I'm gonna change the size, change the font on that and the size. Oop. Okay, I don't need a bullet. So what I usually do is I'll decrease the space in between that. Oops. So that, okay, let me go back. So see how this is like a gap on both sides? If you take the little sidebar and kind of move it in, then it will decrease the space, and then now you can drag it out and increase the size and size it to how you would like it, to show. And then now I'm going to find the font. I can play around with the sizing, but I'm going to find the font that I feel kind of blends in. Now we used the script for the other one. Well, it might, hold on, we might want to use that again. So let me see. Classic. I think it's too, I like the font, but I think it's too light. I think this font is better for like where I got it from, where it had for chapters like interior covers. I need a bolder type script font. So let me just see. I'm going to put in script and see. That is not cute. I want something that stands out. That's not bad, but that's as dark as it gets. Let me see. That's better. Let's try that. Should I say a class act? Let me see. A class act. So again, I'll squeeze that in and then pull it out a little bit. And then what you can do with this, or I'm going to take out a, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do with this is actually to pull it up, and they call it a lift. I'm going to highlight the word, and then I'm going to go to effects. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the lift option. So it kind of lifts it up off of the screen. It makes it pop a bit more. And what I'm also going to do, I might take this, duplicate that, And I might make a border for this as well and hide that part. I don't know if that's too much. Hold on. Kind of like a little, let me see, do I like that? Or let me see if I want to pull that in so it's not so much. That's pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to print with Canva just so I can see it, how that would look. That's kind of cute. So I think, and then what I'm going to do with the back part is use the same font for the back, since, like I said, that script is so light. So that's my Maldina script. So I'm going to hit the little brush here. It says copy style, and I'm going to put this right here. And so it just changes the style. It even did the lift part of it. Now, one thing you have to consider with the lift, let me just show you that again. It has like a little smudgy shadow back there, but I do know that when you go to print something, like this lift actually looks good when you are for digital work. But if you're actually going to print something out, I would not use it. And the reason is because it will look like the ink has smudged on this. So I might do like the shadow or just leave it alone. But that is one thing that I noticed with some of the work that I've done. I mean, it came out good, but yeah, I didn't like that smudge mark look. So I'll just leave that like that. And then maybe I'll add some diamonds on the back. Just add some elements there too. Let me see. It's really, really fun. I have two more covers of two more girls that I created that I want to try to see if I can create as well. I said diamonds. So let's just see. I'm looking for one that has several diamonds. I don't know why. It seemed like some of their options, like their search, has been like scattered or whatever. Let me see. I might put that in the back. It is in the back. That's too much. Maybe something like that. Oh, that would have been cute if it would have been diamonds. Let me try this. Magic recommendations. Let's see. You can kind of make your own. Yeah, that looks, I don't like that. Let's see this. Okay, maybe something like this. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. I just like because she had all these rhinestones and stuff on. But I don't want to take away from, I don't want to take away from the style, if you would. I like that, but I'll just leave that as is. So let's just call that my second one. Now, for the back cover for this one, let me look. Because that first one, let's just say the first one I had the pink, so I could leave the pink on the pink, or I might contrast this. So I'm going to make another one. And then I'm going to change this one to That's pretty cool. So that would be like my second one. The first one that I created with this would have the hot pink or what fuchsia or what have you. I like that. It's pretty bright. Like I said, I like bright colors and stuff. So that's just my second design. I probably want a different name because I want something that would say resemble like rhinestones or gems or whatever. But hey, that works for now. So the next cover, and like I said, I just continue to make copies, or I can just start from a blank page. So let's just try that. I'm going to start with a blank page. I'm going to move this up to the front, and then I'm going to use my next girl that I created, which is, let's just see. This one is one, she's praying. And so it'll be like for a prayer journal. And so I like this one because the AI did not cut off any of her elements. So I'm gonna try to use as much as I can. And I don't know if I removed the background. Did I? I did it so fast. But anyway, I usually pull them in. Like I said, if you see that they have a background, let's just do that again. Kind of delayed. Okay, so see, it had like a little tannish background. So I just hit background remover and got rid of that so that we can work with a clean, background. And I'll move that down so it won't look like it was cut off. Okay, so now with her, let's see, play around with her back. So let me see if I have I have a lot of, what do you call it? Different elements, but let me see if I can find something for her. The only thing that I would say, if you have Canva and you're working with a lot of stuff, and you're making a lot of designs, or you're purchasing a lot of different elements or making them, do yourself a favor and you can make folders and move your files, different files, graphics or whatever into folders. You can organize it a bit better than having to scroll through a gazillion to try to find what you're looking for. But just fortunately, I had some little graphic elements down here, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to pull these in while I'm scrolling. So I'm just scrolling. I'm not going to leave that like that. But I thought I have some backgrounds I'm trying to get to that are really, really nice. Trying to see if I can find them real quick because it just takes forever. Okay, here we go. We're starting to get into them. Let's just see. So I have this. So let's just say you want to use like a digital, like a background, for this particular element. So you can right click on it and hit set image as background. But then I lost the girl. I don't know what happened. Let me see. So I'm going to go to position and see. Oh, I must have deleted her. Did I delete her? Goodness. Okay, so copy. Now add her back. Paste. Okay, so that, I don't know, that's kind of busy. It's kind of cute and kind of busy all at once. But I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to work with it. So we know that this image, if you would, is like black. But I'm going to try to see if I can change the color on this. So I'm going to go to, I don't know if it'll let me. Let me close out of that. And right click. Does it let me go to element? It looks like I can't. Let me see. Edit. Oh, So, okay. So I hit edit. So I'm going to try to change the color of this image since it's black. Um, that says filters. That's not what I'm looking for. Dual tone. And so this allows you to kind of, if you have like a static image, not one that you've typed in, but it's static font or whatever, you can change like the color of it by using dual tone within the image feature. So I went to edit and then I went to effects and dual tone. So I kind of like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know she had on orange. My goodness. Okay. I really wasn't looking. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I like that. But what I'm going to do is pull her down a little bit to here. Kind of like that. Now I can see it, but the only thing is you could do one of two things. We could do like I did before and put like a kind of a block behind it. Like, let me, like I did earlier. Hold on, let me go back to the right spot. I could either do a block and like maybe change it to black or what have you, and just kind of make it be like, here, let me pull this in just a tad bit. Like a label, if you would. I'm going to move this to the back. So you say position, and then you could add that to the top. Uh-oh. There we go. And then I would group it together. I would expand this out a little bit. And then I would group it together. I don't know if that's black or blue, but for some reason this looks like a navy blue. Hold on. I can't tell. Oh, it's black. Okay. So I'll group that together and resize it. And I like it. I love contrast. So now I'm going to pull her up as much as I can and kind of like make it look like it's supposed to overlap. So let me put her to the front, pull her to the front. So you can either use layers or you can do arrange and just click on the photo and just say, pull that to the front. So you can kind of see how her hair is covering, like, excuse me, part of this block. And that's kind of how I want it, just to make it more, it just blends in better to me. So, but the only thing is, I don't know, I was trying to make a notebook type front, if you would. So that would be one way. So let me look at that. I'm going to make the back. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, which gives me a blank cover, if you would. And then I'm going to choose, I could do the orange, just a regular orange, but I think I want this orange. See how that's a little brighter? I don't know, maybe it's my eyes, but I'm going to click there, get my little stopper. That's what I was trying to figure out, the word. This is like a richer orange to me. So see how that, yeah, I like that. See how it's more of a hot orange? So I like that. And the only thing, so I like this black, and I think I cut off the word shoes. I don't know, I can't tell. But I like the black, but I kind of want another little border behind it, if you would. So I'm going to do something like this. Just a little bit. And you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to say backwards. And so the difference between to back versus backwards is basically to back is going to put it at the very back layer. the bottom layer. But backwards is saying I'm going step by step to move it behind an element, each element um, until you get it placed where you want it. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of decrease this so I can just get that little border that I'm looking for. And then now I'm going to move her up a little bit. Okay. And yeah, there's one. There's the next one. So I'm going to pop this out so you can see. So I like that. Then, like I said, I kind of like to put something on the back just to make it kind of branded, if you would. But I'm going to use, let me see, a leopard heart. I think I like that. It was like one, just something fun. And then I might do something like, now I could use, okay, so one other thing, I mean, there's so many things that you can do with design. It's just about a lot of like trial and error, if you would. So I like also using the font combinations. Sometimes if I don't, I use that for my covers on the front. And then also, or any designs, because I might see like a font that I like. So like this font combination is cute to me. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use that. Let me pull this in. Okay. Then I'll pull this over. And then I'll say collection. And then I was going to use, so now, and then I'm going to move that in a bit. And then you'll have to pull that. So I'm going to ungroup this because it came grouped together, but I want to say something like, I'm going to copy that. Prayer collection or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. The love collection. I should just use my little love and joy. Love and joy collection. Okay. Take that off. And trying to expand this out. There we go. I'm going to space that out because it's so fancy. And I'm going to move this around. Put that down here. Just to have something on the back, And I might move this a little bit. I don't know if I want it right here or down here. Trying to see. I might put it down here. And another thing, like, so when you're aligning things, just make sure you can see the little lines that pop up in Canva to tell you that it's, centered with the rest of your elements or whatnot. So, and with the page itself. So I just look for the lines to pop up so I can better align things. I might do something like that. Okay, I'm not making this perfect, but you kind of get the point here. So now I'm going to look at it over here. And I like that. That is like really cool. So that's the second cover. And I'm going to do the third one. And it doesn't take long. It's just, like I said, you just kind of play around with your different elements. So I'm going to hit the little, I was going to use this one. hold on, I'm going to recreate this real quick. Not recreate this, but I'm going to take this off and then move this over. So I'm going to go to edit again and go to dual tone and grab that, change that. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Then I'm just going to make a copy of it just so I can have, what do you call it? Both styles, if you would. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that there. Quick and easy. And then you can just have, you know, different journals, same journal style, if you would, but different, what do you call it? Different sayings on this, on the front or what have you. So anyway, let me go to my next cover. So I'm going to hit the add page. I'm going to move it up. I'm going to hit it again so you can have the front and the back. So now, so that I can see what I'm working with, I'm going to change this over to, that's the front page. And then the second page will be the back. So now I'm pulling in my third creation. Where'd I go? So it was her. She has on orange as well. I'm going to go ahead and remove her background. And let's just see, what can we do for her? I'm going to pull her in. And okay, what color? So I'm going to go over to Canva elements and just see background. So I'll go graphics and see if there's anything that I like. What about this? So oftentimes you can just drag it. If you drag it properly, hold on, let me resize it. Sometimes you can, it'll auto size, but that's not doing it. So I'll just place it over there and I'm going to have to drag it over. Let's just see. And then position that to the back. I don't think I like that. But the thing of it is, you could use something like that and you could change like the color. That's different. She looks like she's a little confused. I don't think I like that as much. So I'm going to get rid of that. Let me see. The only thing that, like with Canva, like with the backgrounds or whatever, let me see something. I would, oh no, black and white might be cool. I actually like getting my backgrounds from, what do you call it? Creative Fabrica. But we'll go with this. So I just changed the color from this, from the brownish color to this black, because black and white is pretty cool. And it allowed me to actually change it by clicking on the color font. And I am going to see if I can do that without it looking weird. Position that to the back. Okay. Got that there. The only thing, see how, oh no, it didn't. I was going to say, see how I cut that off? It did not. Okay, cool. She's pretty. All of them are beautiful images. Let me see if I can do that. If you drag it to the side, you can side from the side angle, then you can diminish the picture or decrease the size of the picture without losing the the whole image, you know, elements of the image. So I'm going to do that. And then let's just see. This is always, I don't know why I do that, but this is always my go-to. So if I'm working with something, with a pattern, I'm always going to probably use like a little border, if you would, a label type thing. So just so I can, especially if I'm doing a title or something, just so it can stand out. We'll do something like that. And then maybe we'll make some kind of block title. But let me look at the font combinations and see if I want to use anything. I think I can pull this in all the way. So I could do that, or I could kind of leave a little bit out to make it look like that's another little border, which I like personally. So let's just see. Okay, so I like this. Like this. And I actually like this color on here. And the reason why, like I said, I think contrasting things is pretty cool. But because this comes together, it's grouped, I'm going to ungroup it so I can kind of play around with both of them. I'm going to put this right here for now. But I think I kind of like that color. Because why not be a little different? So she looks like she's thinking brilliant. I'll call this brilliant. Hold on. Okay. I like that. Okay. Ideas inside. And then you could say notebook, right? And then, so I'll do something like that, kind of decrease it a little bit. I might pull this out just a tad bit more. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'm not on the right layer. Hold on. Here's, click that. That's the easy way to select the layer, is to actually go to the layers tab. Sometimes if you have a lot of elements and it's hard to kind of get to, you can just go to the layers tab and select it from there. So now let me move this up here a little bit. And see how I took that one, like I said, that this, what do you call it? Font combination, and I took it apart and then I used both parts. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go back. Hold on. And move that up just a tad bit more. Not too much. So I can make sure notebook is not hanging off. But I also want to pull this down a little bit. So I like this. Cool. And then, so I could either take this same element, this background, if you would, copy it, and then move it here. And then it could just be, you know, kind of blank like that. I could leave it as that, and I could add my little, saying on the back or what have you. Or if you want to make it, just add some more design to it, then I'm going to take this, copy, and then I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to just make little borders like that. So, because I want every design to look different, and then I'm going to just do a smaller border there. And then what else I'm going to do So I'm going to copy that again. And then I like that pink mauve or whatever color that was. You can do something like this. Uh-oh. So you can just play around with it. And then, add my little, what you call it, add my little logo or whatever. I don't actually have a real logo for this, but I just have my little brand name, if you would. So I'm just going to add that. Like I said, you add a quote or something, but I just like stuff on the back. So I'm going to say, love and joy collection. And this, I'm going to decrease the size. But I'm like, people go into Targets or Target, not Targets, Target, Barnes and Noble. You see some of this not same, but you see similar notebooks and stuff that you would purchase. I'm like, you can make your own. So now let's go over to click on print with Canva so we can kind of see what it looks like. That is so fun. What do you think? Okay, I have another something. So on the front, I'm going to change it up a little bit, but I really just love it. It's simple and fun. So, and I forgot to take my, and if you're doing it for yourself, and like I said, if you're using this and you want to actually promote your stuff, like I said, I use this. I'll take a screenshot and crop it or what have you. I guess I can do that right now. So I'm on a Mac, so it's the Windows key, Shift, and then 4 all together. So I can just copy that and have it. And then I'll do the same for the other two. But this one, I think I'm going to add these little elements at the bottom. So I'm going to group those together. Then I'm going to duplicate it. And then I think I'm going to do the same for this, but I'm going to turn it around. I'm not going to take away from her. What I'm going to do is move it behind her like that. So it has a little pop to it. So yeah, or I could leave the orange out. I'm going to ungroup that. Let me just try something since she already has on orange, and I might use this beautiful color. There you go. It's just however you see fit. I might even do something like that, just like a little trim. But yeah. So there you have it. They have 3 little designs that I was able to create, just playing around, just kind of eyeing it. But like I said, I'm one that likes to work with contrast. And I love these images that were created via, what do you call it? Chat GPT with different prompts or whatever. And if you want to learn how to create those images, I will definitely create another video to show you how to create those images. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to end it for the night. But I certainly appreciate you watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can find out more of what I'm doing, because I love sharing. So anyway, it was great sharing it was great working with you all tonight. Hope you have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye-bye.